Have you been curious about what all the talk and conversation is about the fifth dimension or about 5D? It's pretty much everywhere right now on social media because there's a big shift happening. There's a big awakening happening on the planet. And what's happening is people are awakening to the fact that they are multi-dimensional. So the fifth dimension isn't somewhere out there separate from you. There is a part of you that is fifth dimensional. We are multi-dimensional beings. Each one of us is a stream of consciousness flowing from the cosmos. You are a stream of divine consciousness. And as that stream, there are parts of you that are in other dimensions, but you're just not awake to that, perhaps. Right now, most of us are very awake and aware of being in the third dimension. We came here as these conscious beings, these streams of consciousness. We came here to experience what life was like in the third dimension, to experience the delights of the third dimension, all of the physical things that we can touch and taste and smell. We came to experience the emotions that come with living in a body, a physical human body. We came because we wanted to experience the third dimension. But ultimately, we came because we wanted to experience being human in the third dimension and at the same time awaken to the fact that we are more than that we are bigger than that there are parts of us that are waiting for us to awaken to them and realize who we really are. These divine parts of us, the divine parts of you. There's so much more to you than this separate third dimensional self. And if you're still watching me, it's probably because you know that, you can feel that. There's a knowing, and maybe you haven't been able to figure out exactly how to tune into it. So the third dimension is all about separation. If you look at you and me, we look separate. You look as if you're separate from all of the people and the things around you. And the third dimension is also about feeling as if your dreams are separate from you. There's something that you have to work hard to accomplish. That's all part of living as a third dimensional being. And then we hear and talk about this fifth dimension. And when we realize that we are fifth dimensional and we awaken to the fifth dimensional parts of us, we realize we are the divine. We are pure source energy flowing and becoming a physical body. And awakening to the fifth dimensional part of you is also awakening to the fact that you are connected to everyone. There is a oneness between us all. We all come from that same divine, pure energy of love. And the fifth dimensional part of you also knows that your dreams are not out there separate from you, but are right here. So how do you make those dreams come true, or how do you realize those dreams, bring them into existence? It's by tuning into the fifth dimensional part of you. It's by raising your frequency or raising your vibration so you are broadcasting out into the field of potentiality, pure potentiality. You are broadcasting out a vibration, and your dreams and desires vibrate at that same vibration or frequency that you are sending out. And so they begin to respond. You see them, that energy is responding to the energy you're broadcasting. And as a result, you begin to realize those dreams. They start happening for you. So what about the fourth dimension? In between the two is the fourth dimension, and we don't talk or hear as much about that. The fourth dimension is sort of that becoming. We're moving through our fourth dimensional self when we start to work on ourselves, when we start to become really interested in spirituality and read self-help books, or we start to work with energy healers to clear our emotions or to align our chakras. Because becoming fourth and fifth dimensional is a waking up to the fact that you are love. And there is a stream of divine love that is moving through all of us. You can just wake up and know that. You can have a kind of quantum flip where all of a sudden you realize that's the truth. But I have found in my own experience that first I had to study and learn, what is this all about? And as I began to learn who I really was and how powerful I was and that I am the divine in a body, I read so many books and took so many classes. And then I began to feel it. I began to feel it first sitting in my meditation and my moments of stillness. And then I began to feel it just in the normal day, driving down the street, to be just overcome with a feeling of absolute joy, absolute pleasure and excitement to even be alive on this day. And to be in nature and just to take a walk on the beach or a walk in the trees and to realize I am connected to all of this. And soon for me, it began to become a felt sensation in my body, a knowing that I am the divine. A knowing that the divine is streaming through me and that I am connected to all things, including all of my dreams. So if that resonates with you and you're thinking, okay, yeah, it makes sense. I've heard this. I've read books about this. The first thing you can do truly to start to connect to that part of you is find your breath. Take a slow, deep breath and feel it low in your belly. You are made of mind, body, and breath. Those are the three main components that make up you. And lots of times people want to get rid of their mind. They say, I have to get the ego out of it. Well, you need a mind. You want to have a mind. Having a mind and having a body is part of being a third dimensional being. And you came for that. But when you find the breath, you find the spirit that's moving through your body. And when you begin to breathe consciously and aware of the breath, now the mind is finding that part of you, that higher part of who you are. So the first thing to do is to be very conscious and breathe. And notice how it feels to breathe a little bigger, a little more expansive, so that it feels as if your torso, your belly, up into your chest is starting to expand. You begin to create space within you, space for more of you to flow, for more of the divine essence that you are to flow. And if you sit and breathe for a few moments, there will be physical reactions. Your nervous system will start to relax. The heartbeat will start to slow down a little. Your mind will start to settle. A lot of beautiful things happen in the physical body when you start to breathe with consciousness. But I also want you to understand that that relaxing in the physical body is creating space. And so if you think of yourself as this stream of divine consciousness, the more spaciousness in the physical body, the more room in here there is for the divine to flow. Breathing. So that's the first thing that's going to help you to connect to that part of you. Now, there's a chakra, an energy center at the base of your sternum, chakra 3. It is your power center. And we also have layers of us energetically. They'd be called koshas. And these layers, there's an emotional layer and a mental layer and an etheric layer. And one of the layers of you is the mental or the mind field. And your mind field anchors itself into chakra 3 at the solar plexus. And so almost everyone I work with on coaching or energy healing has a locked down chakra 3. It's just, it's so tight and contracted. And if it is, then I know that the mind is also going to be more contracted, more, having just one way of thinking about things, or filled with fear or overwhelm or anxiety. And so once you've become really comfortable with a slow, relaxed breath, the next thing to do is to breathe so deeply that the breath stretches up into your solar plexus. You're filling your lungs from the bottom up, and there'll be a feeling of stretching open the solar plexus. If you've never stretched it open before, or if it's been locked down since you were 5 years old and your mother told you, no, don't run across the street to get that ball because, you might get hit by a car, we can be told no so much that we get locked down in there and we don't even realize that we're contracted in our power center. So it may have been a while, if ever, that you felt open and flowing through your power center. And so the second thing you want to do is breathe so deeply and fully that you feel that breath stretching up right where the solar plexus is, right around the rib cage there. And as you do that, your mind will begin to relax. There will be more space between your thoughts. You'll feel more at ease in your body. So try that. Try to breathe and stretch open the solar plexus. And one more thing that you can do to help you get on this road to awakening to the 5th dimensional part of you is to just start to be aware of your thoughts. You know how you get in the car and you're going to go run an errand, and maybe it's 15-minute drive, a 20-minute drive, and you get in the car, put your seatbelt on, and you start driving, and you arrive at your destination, and then you're like, whoa, I don't even remember driving here. What roads did I even turn on? You have no recollection because it's become such an easy thing that your body just takes over, right? Your subconscious takes over. It knows how to drive and get you there. And so you can be anywhere in your thoughts and not remember that drive. But if that happens to you a lot, it happens to all of us, I believe, sometimes. But when that happens, you've not been present. You've not been here in the body. Your mind has been somewhere else, thinking about life, yesterday, tomorrow, worries, who knows, right? So be more aware of those times, even if you got all the way there and totally don't know how you got there. Next time you get in the car, stop for a moment and think, okay, wait, I'm going to be a little bit more present. I'm going to see how long on this trip I can remain present in this moment. Or I'm going to wash my hands and be really present. Instead of thinking about what's next or where I'm headed next, I'm going to be really present as I wash my hands. I love to garden. And so when I'm gardening, I try to be very present in the garden, digging in the dirt and working with my plants, and not just letting my mind wander off into dreamland. Not that dreaming is not a good thing, because it is, but training your mind to come back home, to be conscious with the breath, to be aware of this moment is a very powerful way to begin to awaken to those higher parts of you. Because everything that is happening for you and powerfully is happening now. Your power is in this now moment. And when we let the mind get all the way out there, it's definitely not in our power, right? So I like to say you can't breathe yesterday and you can't breathe tomorrow. You can only breathe now. So just sit and find your breath, find your awareness, notice where your mind is, and just practice that being present and stretching open the solar plexus. And if you want to know more and dig deeper into this idea of awakening to who you really are, awakening to the divine source that is within you, that is a very powerful and present energy that's here for the fun. That's really what we're here for. If you're looking for more of that in life, I invite you to follow me on this page or even book a call. Let's have a connection call and talk and see how I can help you to move into awakening to your true self even more quickly. We're living in the most beautiful time on the planet, and it's your time to know yourself and to awaken to your magnificence. Thanks for watching. My name is Jen, and I hope to see you again.